All right, y'all. I had this really fun idea. Well, I thought it was fun to watch movies and then review them because I love watching TV. So I'm not gonna watch TV with you. Essentially, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna watch the movie and then we'll talk about it. I'll put like a picture of the cover, give it a ranking, blah 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 blah. So yeah, I gotta get watching some TV. All right, y'all. I just finished my first movie of my movie reviews. I watched, I had information on it. Okay. I watched the movie Knives Out. It was 2 hours and 4 minutes. Do I think it needed to be that long? No. I got annoyed with a few parts and I was like, okay, this is like extremely unnecessary. We could just, like, one of the guys was super annoying. Okay. It's PG-13. There was more language than I was expecting. Like more used language. I don't know. I just like wasn't expecting that much. Like every scene had like 10 curse words minimum. It felt like. But the concept of the movie, so good. I loved it. It was like murder mystery, but not murder mystery, but like mystery, but I don't know, it was also just kind of funny and it was good. If I were to give it a rating out of 10, I don't know. Like, it was good, so I want to say like 9 out of 10, but with all the language I wasn't expecting, that makes me want to dock it 2 points, so that's like a 7 out of 10, but there was no like inappropriate scenes outside of language. So that makes me want to give it a point because I feel like most movies have inappropriate scenes and it didn't. So that makes me want to give it like an 8 out of 10. And I feel like that's a pretty reasonable number. All right, we're on movie 2 of, I don't know how many movies I'm going to watch. But anyways, I just watched the second movie. I watched Fall Guy 2024. And you know what? I'm on my laptop, no mommy. I accidentally closed it. I'm 90% sure it is rated PG-13. PG-13. And this movie is like, when I see something is rated PG-13, this is what I would define a PG-13 movie as. So there wasn't as much cussing as there was in our first movie. Like, cut that to a quarter of that, which that is big star reviews when you can make an action-packed, non-Bible-based movie and have so little cussing. So that's like a win. The action wasn't super. There was like one scene and I was like, if the whole movie's like this, I'm not gonna like it. It was just the one scene when he's fighting the girlfriend in his apartment, and I was like, I really don't like this. But the thing that I love is I didn't notice when Ryan Gosling had his stuntman, and I was like, I didn't look it up or anything, but I thought the guy who was like supposed to be the actor, the like lead actor, was Ryan Gosling's real stuntman. But then they show like behind the scenes at the end, and I was like, oh, there's like 6. Like each person has like 3 stunt people, and I was like, you know how cool it would be to be trained just to be able to do one of those stunts. Like I would love to fall out of a helicopter. I think that would be the coolest thing ever, just to do like a little flip and fall into an airbag or whatever you want to call this. So overall, I'd probably give the movie a 9 out of 10. It was really good. I was super impressed. I thought it was going to be really foul language and inappropriate. But no, it was not. I actually like low-key vibed with it. So these are not bad movies I picked so far, which is good because like the other day I watched really bad movies. They were like negative stars. But so far we're on a roll. So 9 out of 10 is my final response for Fall Guy. All right, movie number 3. I just watched Get Smart, and I started it, and I was like, I can't remember if I've seen it before, but I feel like I have. but I still can't tell you with total confidence if I have or have not. But if I have, I couldn't, well, it doesn't matter. We're going to pretend I haven't because I don't know. Anywho, I cannot believe how many, like, famous people are in this movie. Like, a lot. I swear that each scene, I saw someone new or, like, the main characters, and I was like, I actually know you from this. Like, the guy who plays, I think his name is Packer in The Office, is in the movie, and so is Michael Scott. And so it's like, they're together again. And I was just like, this is just such an odd combination of celebrities. Okay, movie-wise, though, I mean, it's a clean movie. Did it swear? I don't remember. It's rated PG-13, but I don't remember there being any language. It was a funny-ish movie. I don't know. It was okay. It wasn't like, I don't know, maybe a 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10. It wasn't bad. I think I would have enjoyed it more if I was watching with other people, but just sitting here watching it by myself, I wouldn't give it that high of a rating. I got bored a lot. Not the movie's fault, I guess. I think if I had someone to laugh with, it just would have been different. I don't know. But that's movie number 3. All right, y'all. Movie number 4, I watched the movie Red One, which I was not expecting to watch a Christmas movie at the end of September. But it was actually, like, so good. Minimal swearing, which was a big win for a PG-13 movie. Sometimes I wonder how they rate movies. Like, is one swear word a PG-13? Because I think I could count maybe less than 10 swear words, unless I missed one. But this was such a fun movie and such a fun concept of, like, Santa. And I seriously, I loved it so much. I am gonna give it, I don't want to give it a 10 out of 10. Like, I feel like there's gonna be a movie that's gonna be 10 out of 10. But, like, I don't know, like, Fall Guy was so good. But there was, did I give him a 10 out of 10? I don't remember what I gave him. Doesn't matter. I'll watch when I'm editing and I'll see. But I think I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 because there's cussing. A 10 out of 10 would be a high action movie, no cussing, and funny. Yeah. Okay, y'all. I just finished movie number 5. I don't recommend at all. Okay, I watched 17 again. It's so weird. It's so weird. I can't. I don't even know what to say about it. Like, first of all, it's like Freaky Friday times 100 because it only affects one person. But it was just so, like, there were too many moments where it's like, I can't watch this, I can't watch what happens next, so I just, so messed up. And then the daughter gets a crush on the dad when he's 17, and it's like, it's so gross. Oh my gosh, okay. Just don't recommend. I can't, it's too weird. Alright, y'all, movie number 6, I watched The Intern. It was cute. I'm not gonna lie, the whole movie, I thought they were gonna have a moment where the old guy dies, or almost dies or something. And so, like, there were scenes that kept happening, and I was like, oh, this is it. And then something would happen, I'm like, oh, this is it. And it just, like, kept going and going and going. And I was like, I wasn't, like, disappointed they didn't die. But, like, my heart kept racing. I don't know. Also, I realized I never rated the 17 again. Probably 1 out of 10. I mean, like, it was funny. No, 0 out of 10. I would not watch it again. I don't even want to put it on the scale, because on the scale means I'd watch it again. The Intern, I don't know. Like, the movie itself wasn't bad. Like, the old guy needed a purpose, and his work, like, and working for this impossible woman became his purpose, and that was, like, super cool. And then, like, this lady is struggling, and I guess, like, it full circles, but I also feel like they could have continued and had a different ending. Maybe I just didn't get it. I don't know. I'd give it, like, a 6 out of 10, maybe 5 out of 10. I'd watch it again. I think. I would. All right, y'all. Movie number 7. I watched Walking on Sunshine. I think it, personally, in my personal opinion, I think that Walking on Sunshine would have been a better movie if it wasn't a musical. I also have mixed opinions because, like, that just wasn't my jam of music. I don't know. When I think musical, I'm thinking Greatest Showman, and I know that's not, like, when people say musical, that's, I don't know. Like, I think people are thinking more, like, when you're singing your emotions and your feelings, and, like, let me tell you about this boy. There once was this boy. And then they start singing in jazz like that. But, so I want to watch it again. I'd give it a 6 out of 10. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. The music choices weren't my favorite. I will say my favorite song, not the beginning part, but the part when she's trying to, like, win him back and, like, the wedding gets called off at the altar and she's like, I love you. And he's like, I love you too, but you hurt my heart. And then they're, like, singing and holding hands and then they kiss. And it's like, wow, that was actually not a horrible song. So, I will say that much. All right, movie number 8. I watched Upgraded. It was pretty good. Pretty okay. Negative points for the plethora of cursies. No bueno in my book. The concept of the movie was pretty good. Not disappointed in that. I don't really know. I think she is a good actress, and I would have picked other people to act with her. Or, like, a different guy, a different love interest. Not that he did a bad job. I just don't think they paired well together. I mean, I'm not, like, a professional or anything, but that's just my unprofessional professional opinion. I think I'd give the movie, like, 4. Like, 2. 2 because I would watch it again, but it is going to be, like, on the bottom of the list because of how much cursing there was. Other than that, it was pretty good. Okay, guys, it's official. I watched movie number 9. I actually watched it a while ago. I forgot to write. Anyways, I watched My Spy, The Eternal City, I think is what it's called. Essentially, just the second My Spy movie. And, it was okay. I definitely liked the first one a lot more than I liked the second one. Which is kind of what I was expecting because the first one was so funny with the little girl and it was kind of like less funny with her grown up, but I loved the concept of it. And I love that she's like growing into this spy and she's like finding her own voice, but like also wants to like follow him. And then they're like building this relationship and like, I thought it was good. Like if I had to pick which one I was going to watch, I'd pick the first one, not the second one, but I wouldn't not watch this one again. It was really good. I would probably give it, maybe like an 8 out of 10. Yeah, like I like the concept of it. It was good. Yeah, 8 out of 10. All right, movie 10, everybody. I finally watched Wicked. I know, it's been out. I actually have no idea. Did it just come out like last year or something like that? I don't know when it came out, but I haven't watched it. It didn't really pique my... Anyways... So, I watched it for the first time. I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10. I'd watch it again. Probably with somebody who enjoys it more than I do. Like, I don't know. It's just not my... I don't know. It was actually really good. I don't know what I'm saying. I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10. Because there were parts and singing and songs that I just wasn't the biggest fan of. But it was cool to see Ariana Grande in something other than Victorious. And to see her not singing her typical pop, like, it was just super cool. I really enjoyed it. So, I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10. My sister absolutely loves this movie. And so, I was, like, texting her. I was like, okay, here's where I'm at. She's like, okay, what are you thinking? And so, it was super fun. But, yeah, I definitely want to see the second one. But I'm willing to wait until it comes available on, like, Prime or wherever it's going to go. Not something I'm, like, eager to watch, but the commercial the commercial for the second one is the reason why I wanted to watch the first one for one of my movies. I mean, I probably would have watched it either way, but specifically because of the second commercial, I was more intrigued in watching the first movie. So, yeah, that's it. That's my 10 movies and my 10 reviews. I hope you guys enjoy and go watch some movies.